people, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a really fun video that I cannot wait to share with you. But first, I want to give a shout out to my friend Mindy over at See Mindy Mom. She actually has been inspiring me for as long as she's been on YouTube. We have become really good friends over the past couple years, and I just adore her so much, and she is just one of the realest people that is on the internet. So shout out to you, Mindy, for inspiring me to do this video / this series. If you want to check her out, I will link her channel below. She is not plant-based. However, she does a wonderful job of sharing how she works her current weight loss plan and cooking for her entire family. She also has some amazing budget-friendly videos, and I think anybody can take inspiration even though you're not plant-based. I think it's really wonderful to see real people on the internet, and I find that truly inspirational. So shout out to you, Mindy. Thank you for inspiring me to make this video and this series. So what is today's video? Well, today I am taking you into one of my favorite grocery stores, and we are going to make a full dinner for under $5. So I decided to get a little bit crafty and a little bit creative here on my channel, and you guys really loved the $20 budget-friendly grocery haul and meal plan that I shared with you last weekend. I've been playing around with doing a lot more budget-friendly ideas here on my channel just because for us personally, we do have some goals to hit by the end of the year and for 2021, and that means that we are cracking down a little bit on our budget. Also, I want to share with you guys that just because you eat whole food plant-based or a vegan diet doesn't mean it has to be really expensive. Now, this is coming from someone who's only been plant-based for 9 months, but I will share with you, in the first 2 months that I was vegan, I spent so much money on groceries because I was watching the wrong types of channels. I was watching and seeing like people that were spending a lot of money. So what was happening is that my grocery budget went through the roof. I was buying expensive proteins and protein bars and expensive meals and all these substitutes, and then when I went actual whole food plant-based and cut all of those things out, I was like, hey, this is actually one of the most affordable and healthy ways of eating, and I want to share that. That's what I am so passionate about. So in this little series that I am sharing with you guys, a couple of times a month, I will be sharing a $5 or less dinner recipe. Now, this will feed more than one person. My goal is to feed between 4 and 6 people for less than $5. And the reason I'm going just to a regular supermarket is because I have noticed in my YouTube analytics that I have people from all over the world who watch me. So I want to make this as accessible as possible with the most easy ingredients that anyone can go to their local store and buy. So I have an idea of what I'm getting today. So let's go into the store, get the items, go home, make the meal, taste test it, and make this a fun, enjoyable process in the meantime. I want to quickly say, if you do try out this recipe, make sure to tag me over on Instagram at Miranda Running on Plants. Or if I inspired you to do a different $5 dinner just to accept this challenge, make sure to tag me over in your post and show me what you made, because I can't wait to see your ideas as well. So let's go into the store and get shopping, and I'll take you home and show you what I've made. So I just got back from the store and a couple of things. The first thing being that I only spent $4.18. Like, what? That's incredible. The other thing is that this should feed 4 people. So if you have a family of 4, this is perfect. If you have a little bit bigger of a family, you just have to extend the serving sizes a little bit, but you have a little bit of money to play around with if your ingredients are close to being what mine are. Secondly, I forgot to mention this challenge that I'm doing for myself to keep it $5 or less for dinner. It doesn't include seasonings and sauces and dressings that I already have in the house. And I'm thinking of just using things that I assume everybody would have, like nutritional yeast and sea salt and black pepper, maybe a couple herbs and spices, balsamic vinegar, lemon juice, stuff like that across the board for all these $5 or less dinners, just so I keep it super budget friendly by just assuming that most people have those things on hand, but also they're really, really inexpensive in case you need to purchase them. But let me show you what I got and tell you what I'm making. Okay, so first, I'll tell you what I'm making, unless you've already guessed it. I am actually making shepherd's pie. Truth be told, I have never made this before, but I've always wanted to, and I thought, you know what? This is a good dinner to start with because this is all the ingredients I'm using. I will be using some nutritional yeast and balsamic vinegar and sea salt, but the recipe for this entire meal will be in the description box below. I'll make a blog post on it so that way you can easily save it and it'll be super accessible. So, these were $1.98, as you saw. This was 42 cents. This is going to take the place of my meat, my minced meat in my shepherd's pie. 2 baker's potatoes, which by the way are usually the cheapest potatoes and actually my favorite in the grocery store because they are so accessible. Plus they're like really starchy, so they cook up really nice into fries, but they also make really good mashed potatoes and baked potatoes. So they're really good. These 2 together were 79 cents. The mixed vegetables were 99 cents. And total spent, like I said, was $4.18, which is incredible. Like what? That's amazing. And this will feed 4 servings, so 4 people. But also if we're a little bit hungrier, we can have a bigger portion, but for total for dinner is $4.18. Okay, and like I said, I was going to add a few ingredients, assuming everybody has balsamic vinegar, nutritional yeast, and sea salt in their cupboards. If you don't, it's not a big deal. You can definitely make this with just the sea salt. It's really like, this is just enhancing it a little bit. But again, I'm assuming that across the board, everyone has some type of seasoning in their kitchen that is readily available for you. If not, then just go with these ingredients, no big deal. Hopefully your prices are considerable to mine, but I think these are accessible ingredients all over the world. The first thing I did was get my water boiling on the stove as soon as I came home from the grocery store. I got that all set and I did season it with a little bit of sea salt. Then I got my potatoes scrubbed, peeled, and chopped, threw those in the water, and then I washed, dried my mushrooms, and then I chopped those and got those into the pan. So once my mushrooms are all ready to go, I put them in a skillet that is on low. Now I don't add any oil or anything to this pan because it is super non-stick resistant, which is wonderful, especially when you are on like an oil-free diet. I do add 3 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar and a pinch of salt. If you don't have balsamic vinegar, you could definitely do soy sauce if you'd like, but I wouldn't add salt if I did soy sauce because it would just be like overly salty. And then I added half of the can of the tomato paste, and the leftover tomato paste I actually keep in a little salad dressing container that's reusable, and I actually put it in my freezer, and then the next time I need it I just take it out. But since the mushrooms release their own water as they cook, you just cook this on low and you don't have to worry about adding any additional water. It just becomes a really nice paste kind of consistency. It's really thick and it's delicious. So here I am actually checking to see if this bag is microwavable because I thought I would skip a step, and yes, it was. So I popped those in my microwave for 3 minutes. I just wanted to get them kind of soft because obviously this is all going into the oven anyway, so I don't need them to be perfectly cooked. But here I'm just showing you what I do with my leftover tomato paste is I keep it for later. Here is what the mushrooms look like once they're all cooked up. As you can see, it's very thick. You don't want it to be runny because obviously you have liquid coming from the vegetables and the potatoes as well. And then I just started compiling it into my baking dish. I just used a pie baking dish. I did use a little bit of coconut spray on the bottom just so it wouldn't stick, since I'd never made this before in this dish. I didn't want to ruin my brand new pie dish, if that makes sense. I just kind of flattened it down a little bit. And since I told you I microwave the vegetables, if you needed to, you could get a can of vegetables, and then, you know, that would even save you more money because I think those were like 59 cents at my store, but I decided to get frozen because I actually love frozen mixed vegetables. I didn't add any seasoning to the vegetables, but I just kind of started to layer it, and voila, doesn't she look beautiful so far? The next step is the mashed potatoes. So I'm not adding any cream or any milk to these potatoes. I actually reserved about 3/4 of a cup of the water from the potatoes. And then to the potatoes, I added 3 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. This is the one brand that I can tolerate. Most nutritional yeast smells so bad to me that I can't even get around it, but this brand is fine. It looks like fish food. I can't get over that, but taste-wise, it's fine in potatoes. Add a little bit of sea salt. I whip that up with the 3/4 of the cup of water, but you can go on the consistency of your mashed potatoes however you like them. If you want them to be a little bit runnier, a little bit thicker. I thought these were perfect, so that's how I did them. And then I just started layering them up into the rest of my shepherd's pie. And then I flattened it out. I popped it in my oven at 350 degrees for about 33 minutes. I would say between 30 and 35 would be perfect, but make sure you keep an eye on it. You know your oven better than I do. Okay, I have like the tiniest little bite here, but I want to taste test this for you. It just came out of the oven and it's really hot, but my whole house smells just so homey. And I'm like doing laundry and cooking and I'm like, who am I? I'm like a housewife goddess. So we are having this for dinner tonight, but I would put it in your oven for about 30 to 35 minutes. My oven cooks really hot, so you guys know your oven better than I do, but when the top gets kind of like crunchy and kind of set, that's how you know it's done, because all the ingredients are already cooked. I'm afraid to burn my mouth, but I'm so excited to try this. Okay, hi, this is so good. I love mashed potatoes. I didn't even know I loved potatoes until this year. Like I was always like, I don't like potatoes, but they are such a big staple in my life. And this shepherd's pie is so good. You get so much flavor from the potato on the top, but also you have those hidden veggies in the middle, which I didn't season. And then the bottom, you have those really decadent mushrooms. By the way, when I was making those, shamelessly, I was like eating them out of the pan because balsamic and mushrooms and onions is like my favorite thing ever. It's so good. So I hope you give this recipe a try. It's amazing. I just want to say real quickly, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you really enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below if you're excited for this little dinner series that I'm going to put together over the next couple months with just some really awesome recipes that are under $5. Now, this will make a great meal prep as well. You can make it ahead of time and enjoy it later in the week. Same with leftovers. You could enjoy it for dinner one night and then enjoy the leftovers for lunch later in the week. But I hope you guys will give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you are not subscribed already. Leave me a comment below if you are so excited for this. Don't forget to follow me over on Instagram at Miranda Running on Plants. And tag me over there if you make this recipe so I can see it. That's all I have for you today. I will see you in my next video. Bye!